things that you have to lose and give up in exchange to be labeled a good man, it weighs on you. It's heavy. This one here, just for the fellas. So November is Men's Mental Health Awareness Month, and that goes for the mental as well as the physical well-being of the male, born male species. Correct chromosomes and everything. Strictly for us men. We have been taught, programmed, and conditioned from birth, generation after generation, that nobody cares. Work harder. You don't get rewarded for doing what you're supposed to do. Men don't cry. Men don't show emotions. Men take care of what needs to be taken care of, and they just go on. Carry on your life. Keep your pain and your hardships and your heartache to yourself, because nobody wants to hear it. It is very tough trying to be an acceptable man in today's society, or at least in American culture. Men are demonized, villainized, ridiculed, put down, discarded, labeled, attacked, accused, all for the sake of somebody else's emotion. I'm not saying that women are to fault here, but I'm saying that we live in a culture now to where the women want to be more masculine. Women want to be not necessarily the breadwinner, but the head of the household. They want to be the fighter in the street. They want to be the ones that yell and cuss and punch and stab and kick and gossip and slander and do all this other stuff in the name of womanhood, of I'm a queen, I can do whatever I want. And the man just gets thrown to the side, losing his place in society, losing his place in history, because everything that was ingrained in his DNA to tell him, to make him what he's supposed to be, is shit on. Most men can't come home and say, oh, my back hurts, or this happened, because the response that he will get will, that hurts too, or this happened, or this happened. Men don't just come out like females and say, this is what's wrong, this is what hurts, this is what I'm dealing with, this is what scares me, this is what's frustrating me, because they know it has very little bearing or weight on the people that they tell these things to. Men aren't supposed to show that. Men are supposed to just keep trucking forward. Men are supposed to just keep doing what you're supposed to be doing. You're supposed to be chivalrous. At the same time, you're supposed to be humble, but you're supposed to be a killer that will protect and defend all these things. And the things that you have to lose and give up in exchange to be labeled a good man, it weighs on you. It's heavy. It's hard to strive for a purpose, for a meaning in life, when everything that you encounter is telling you that they don't care what you got going on. The people that you love, the people that you surround yourself with, the people that you kill yourself for, you feel you cannot express any bit of weakness or pain or sorrow or doubt, because you're going to get ridiculed. You're going to get dismissed, which is going to drive you further and further into that hole of locking it up, keeping it inside, building that resentment. You got to find a method to get it out. The outlets are important. Friendships with men, camaraderie, these things are important because a man understands what a man goes through inside. They may not admit it on a daily basis, on a weekly basis, or ever in their lifetime, but every man knows exactly what I'm talking about right now. Everyone does. There have been moments that no matter what you do, or how beat down you are, or how sad or messed up mentally you are, you reach out to somebody that says they love you or that you say you love, and you just get dismissed. It's heartbreaking. It's devastating to a man when he feels like he's got no one that he can have an outlet to, that just wants to hear what's going on with him without the, well, this is happening to me too, or this is happening to so and so. We don't care what's going on with you at this moment. We don't care what's going on with Tiffany down the street at this moment, or Bob on the other side of town at this moment. We're dealing with this, and we're coming to you with a very, very rare glimpse into ourselves, saying, I'm having this problem. And when that gets dismissed, when that gets discarded, we don't open up anymore. We don't discuss. We don't share these things because we know no matter what we do, doesn't matter. Every man knows exactly what I'm talking about right now. It's hard. It's extremely hard to be societally labeled and meant to maintain a certain image, a certain culture, a certain lifestyle as a man, but yet at the same time, your government, your friends, your family, your neighbors, your politicians, everybody is telling you that is the most toxic, evil thing that you could possibly be right now. It's just a man. It's just a plain old toxic masculine man. Eventually there comes a breaking point. When you're discarded for so long, when your feelings are dismissed for so long, when you trying to express the weight is shit on, it's devastating. If you gotta scream, scream. If you gotta shoot something, go shoot something. If you gotta punch a pillow, you do what you got to do to find that release. You can't help nobody if you're not helping yourself. And if you're not in the right mind space, if you're not right physical space, to be able to maintain as a man, to do the things that are required of you as a man, for what you require of yourself to call yourself a man, take a minute for yourself and figure out what it is that you need to do to let that out, to get that acknowledgement, or even that just little, I'm sorry, it sucks, I hope you feel better. Just that simple little thing. That's all it takes, is just an acknowledgement, you know, to change somebody's mental situation around. It's literally that simple. The acknowledgement of, we see what you have been doing. We see that you're starving yourself so the kids can eat. We see that you're not buying this so this person can have this. You know, the little things that add up. The integrity is doing things even when nobody is looking. But after a while, years and years and years of doing the right thing when nobody's looking and never get acknowledged for it, to be vilified, to be demonized, to be insulted, to be put down, knowing damn well you've got this whole shopping list in your head of the things that you are physically, actively trying to improve about yourself, your world, your situation, all these things. But nobody sees it and nobody acknowledges it. Suffering silently only works for a short time before the resentment builds up. And then everybody's an enemy. Literally, that's how it works. You can only go so long of trying to do the right thing, actively pursuing the right thing. And you keep getting called out for, but this is bad, or that's bad, but you did this, but you did this. Why would you keep doing anything good if nobody ever acknowledges anything good that you do? I understand. I understand 1,000%. Fellas, it's a rough life. And I don't have the answer to how to fix it. I wish I could say that it gets better, fellas, but I honestly have no idea because I'm on the journey the same as you. So the only thing we can do is acknowledge that this is a thing. I see you, brothers. I see you.